Hello everyone, this is Little Black Dragon, and you are watching another installment of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Dwarven Commoner Edition. In our last installment, we had a conversation with Morgan and Sten, and a couple conversations with Shale, and we're going to continue going once around the campfire. We're going to have another chat with Oghren before we move on to our other companions. So let's do that, shall we?
Just leave me alone, Warden. Seriously.
Why? Are you upset about something?
Upset? Ugh. I don't get upset. I get drunk. Did you want to talk about something?
I'd like to know more about you.
What about?
Do you miss Orzammar?
What? Miss Orzammar? Are you mad, in addition to being ugly? They treated me like a puddle fly back there. I'm never going back.
Let's talk about something else.
Alright.
We'll talk more later.
Aye. Alright then.
Well, maybe I can't talk to him more until after we've finished. Must be because he's drunk, so he doesn't want to talk to us. Fine, whatever. We'll talk to Leliana.
Oh, hello. Is there something you wanted to talk about?
I'd like to talk about what happened today.
It's nothing. I'm fine. I'm just thinking.
What about?
I can't get what happened out of my head. I'd been in Lothering for years, and she still thought I was plotting against her. She didn't trust me. Maybe she never did. She loved me when she could use me and control me. And now that she can't, she wants me dead. It hurts to realize that I never really knew her.
Is there anything I can do?
You're already helping so much by listening to me. I knew she was ruthless, but I didn't know how far she could go. She is self-serving, cruel. She uses people, then discards them. But that's how she survives in the life she leads. What if she's right? What if we're the same? I should just have stayed in the Chantry.
Well, considering she's dead now, and probably just a wandering spirit in the Fade, and you think that would have made it better?
You don't understand. I forgot my life as a bard while I was in the cloister. I felt safe. I didn't have to watch my back all the time. That's what made Marjolaine the person she is, don't you see? It ruined her. It will ruin me too. It's already happened. When we killed her, I enjoyed it. Seeing her dead gave me satisfaction.
Well, she did you a great injustice.
But that is no reason to rejoice over her death. That is what she would do. I don't want that. What we're doing, what we've done, hunted men down, killed them. Part of me loves it. It invigorates me, and this scares me. I feel myself slipping.
Well, you are a good person. But Marjolaine chose who she became. So can you.
How can you be so sure?
Well, it's true that you left the Chantry to help others and that means something, but more importantly, evil doesn't worry about not being good.
That is true. I can always trust you to show me things from a different perspective. I would like to be alone for now. I have many things to consider. Thank you for listening to me.
Let's see. Let's talk to Wynne next.
What's on your mind?
As a Grey Warden, I'll never lead a normal life, will I?
No, you won't.
but I don't think I was ever meant to be normal, per se.
I don't think so either. You would not have been happy living a dull, uneventful life, dying in obscurity. You wonder sometimes, don't you? If your life would be better if you weren't who you are.
A little.
When I was a young woman in the tower, I came to the realization that the circle would be my life, and I would know no other. Family, love, a simple life. These were things that others took for granted, that I would never have.
Grass is always greener on the other side.
It made me very moody. All I could think of was being trapped in that tower with no way out and no end in sight. I started hating my life and myself, and one night I found myself in the tower's chapel. I was seeking refuge, maybe answers.
Did you find anything?
I must have looked tearful or made some noise, because the revered mother came out and decided to speak to me. And because I had no one else to talk to, I talked to her. I must have said many silly things, but she told me that the Maker puts us all on our paths for a reason, and fighting our intended course is what causes so much anguish.
And that made you feel better.
I thought the old biddy was full of rubbish. I was 15, maybe 16, and I knew everything. So I left, but I always found my way back to that chapel. And as the years passed, I began to see the truth of her words. We were supposed to be polar opposites, mage and priest. But we weren't. There was much about us that was the same.
I suppose priests have a lot to give up, too.
The revered mother had lived in the chantry all her life, as I had been in the tower for all of mine. She taught me that you can find your family in the people around you, that you can love your work and find fulfillment in duty. And there is joy even in self-sacrifice. If you put others before yourself, then their well-being is yours, and their happiness is your happiness.
Well, I would say you're not entirely full of rubbish. It wouldn't be easy to live that way.
You can scream and cry and be angry about life as a Grey Warden, or you can accept it and allow yourself to see the good in it. This is your choice.
I suppose that's true. I think I'm gonna talk to you again.
What's on your mind?
Have you changed your mind about Alistair and me?
I have watched you for a time, and perhaps I was wrong. There seems to be something special between the two of you. He seems less guarded when in your company, allows himself to relax, and he seems genuinely happy.
Well, I'm happy with him.
I think I was too harsh in my judgment before, and I am sorry.
Well, you wanted the best for both of us.
What you have may not last forever. Death and duty may part you, but love's worthiness is not diminished because of that. I should have seen this before. Instead, you learn to cherish every precious moment that you spend together, knowing that it may be the last. And for those of us watching, well, it brings warmth to these old bones to know that something so beautiful can be found in the midst of chaos and strife.
Aww. That's so cute. It's so adorable. Anyway, moving along. Let's talk to Zevran.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
Tell me a little about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
Don't you want to go back?
It's not really a matter of wanting to go back. I cannot go. At least not yet. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
I am from Orzammar, of course.
Ah, yes. The city of lava and stone. It too is beautiful, in its way. Sad that it will never see sunlight or smell the salt of the ocean, however. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
This I have to hear.
I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home, more than anything else.
You sound like you've been away from home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in the store window. Finest Antivan leather, perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
Well, your home is still there, Zevran.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a beautiful Grey Warden, a woman who then spares my life? I could not.
Aww. Now you're flattering me.
I say you are beautiful because it is true. Should I not?
Well? I'm in an awkward bit of a bind, aren't I? Well, I don't have a problem with it, I guess. Well, no. I don't have a problem with that, I guess.
And glad I am to hear it. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Oh, I suppose. Oh god, I hope I didn't trigger his romance dialogue. But then again, if you're temporarily romancing them both at the same time, one of them will get jelly and be like, yo, stay off my woman, man. And I'll be like, tee guys fighting over me. It's so awesome. Let's see. So we've gone once around the campfire. Let's see. Shouldn't we be getting... We should probably go do, Shale's personal quest, I think. Let's see. So here's Shale.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna take Zevran.
Yes.
And... Wynne.
Yes.
Let's see. And I believe Cadash Thaig is this way. Yes. And as soon as we actually get there, we're going to cut the video off because we're just about out of time. Assuming we don't get interrupted along the way. And it doesn't look like we're going to get interrupted. I'm surprised there haven't been many interruptions after we got done with Orzammar. Makes me a little suspicious. Just a little, maybe. Anytime now. Hello. Loading screen, I want to play my game. Ah, here we go. And so we arrive at Cadash Thaig. And with that, I must save, and we shall cut the video off here. But I will see you all on the next installment of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Dwarven Commoner Edition. Like, subscribe, comment, or favorite, whatever suits your fancy. See you next time.